Hello, ladies, gents, and reckless spell flingers ruining the world. Welcome to my latest obsession, The Last Spell. It is an amazing tower defense game with extra steps, and every one of those steps is awesome. It's such a well-made video game. It's something that has really created an impression of how well made this video game is. All the interlocking systems, the design of it is just top notch. Welcome to my haven. I am trying to defend the breaking of the seal for the last spell to be conjured, so that magic may no longer destroy this world. The remains are all in tiny havens like this, and I am trying to defend them with this team of 6 idiots. You start with 3. You can expand it up to 6 if you spend the resources. There is a lot of town management that is involved. I would split it straight down the middle of the gameplay. Half of it is the town management, how well you do it. The other half is how well you do the actual defense from the enemy waves. Let's start with the second phase, the enemy wave phase. I've done everything that there was to be done. We are on wave number... This day 7 of, I think there's like 13 in this one. It's randomized, the number of waves. No, it's not randomized, depending on which haven are you doing. So, first decision, deployment. Gotta put your guys that synergize well together to defend the places. The directions where the waves are coming, it's on every night, is randomized. And that is why the game is billed as... I don't know if they bill it as a roguelike, but with roguelike elements. It's like tower defense game with a ton of roguelike elements, complete with character builds and randomized characters with different traits and stuff like that. For example, Mr. Fastman over here, he has Cultist, which gives him better damage. He has Bookworm, better damage with less health. And he's also Precise, more range damage but less armor. I have given him perks as he levels up and all that stuff, but we'll get into that once we're done with the defense. For now, let's decide where people go. Nostraf Damas, he's going to defend on this side. They're coming all the way from here, from the disgusting purple mist. He can stay there. They will not run up to him. Don't worry about him. Lisa Hike, who are you? What is your deal? You are my poisoner. Let's put you up here as well. And then Lego My Mego will snipe people from the watchtower. That will be the defense line on this side. Actually, how about you go over on this side? You're going to poison the crap of anybody. No, better to come over here, because I don't know whether they will come on this side. When it says, oh, they're coming from here, well, they could be coming all from here or through the entire line. It's all randomized. So those 3 are going to be on that side. Break Soul, my stunner, brutish man, will be on this side alongside Mr. Fastman, who is the critical hit, multi-hit based character. He just throws out a lot of attacks, and all with a ton of critical hits. So that's the kind of damage that he does. And last, my absolute favorite is Banana. She is a momentum-based character, is my favorite type of build in the game. Is basically, you get a ton of movement points. Don't worry, as we fight, I will get into our resources and all that stuff. You get a ton of movement points, and the more you move, the more damage you do. When you kill enemies, you get movement back. It's a really fun type of character to have. I think this deployment is great. I'm a little too close to the edge, though. They could run up to my face and obliterate it, so let me just pull back. Get a bit closer to the ballistas as well, so the ballistas do some work. We're good. Deployed. Bring it on. Holy crap. That's a lot of scumbags that are coming to ruin my day. This side doesn't look as bad. Seems like on this side they spread here, not the corners. On this side they seem concentrated. There's like lanes, they will come in through lanes. Looks like maybe it's divided in 6 different lanes. Looks like there's also a few on this side as well. All right, let's start with some murder. So anyway, your characters, they have resources, action points, which are spent doing actions, mana, self-explanatory, movement points, self-explanatory. It's all very straightforward. Like, that's another thing that impacts you when you play this game. It's like, it's so clearly explained. Some, like when you start picking perks and buffs and all that stuff, it does take a little bit of figuring out what the hell does opportunism mean. It does take some, studying to understand, but it's really all very straightforward, very well explained, very intuitive. Anyway, what we're going to do on this side, my objective, as the momentum-based character, she wants to attack isolated characters, enemies who have no adjacent enemies. So what I'm going to focus is to have my friend Mr. Fastman attack the enemies that are in the corners. And by killing the ones that are like that... Oh, I'm out of range. That's too bad. Let me cancel that. Get a little bit closer. We're going to use magic missiles. I think 2 hits will probably do it. And then I will shoot 1 on each. Usually the icon will change if your attack will be a lethal attack. But him being very high crit chance means that he has a very high chance of actually killing every single one of these enemies when the attack hits. I'm not sure if you're gonna die. Let me throw a third one at you. Oh, you died. Unfortunately, the crit chance was not on my side, so none of these scumbags died. He has a... Actually, I have not been able to put up his crit chance all that much. He's in the middle of being built, okay? Don't judge me for my foolishness. But it's okay, because we also have an offhand weapon that does multi-hits too. It will finish them off. Better though, if I shoot... Let me get like here. And that way I can also target some of these guys. This guy right here. That's a little too close. Let me... you can cancel a movement as long as you don't shoot. So maybe if I go this far, they'll be able to reach everybody. Nope. It's a little bit of finagling. I don't think I can reach everybody I wanted to reach, so I'm just going to do it anyway. Unfortunately, I can't reach that. We're just gonna have to put the rest of the hits on this piece of trash. There you go. Death upon you! It is armor piercing too, so you see the 2 bars on top of the enemy when you attack them, when you click on them. See, this is armor, this is health. Some attacks will completely ignore the armor and go straight to health, and that helps quite a bit. So you can use them interchangeably. You can weave in and out. That's part of the massive part, the massive component of strategy of this game. So you see the freaking damage? It's amazing. I love this type of character. It's so good. The damage done is through the roof. I did it wrong though. You need to move 3 tiles and then attack. And that way you get your movement back. It's called inertia. It's one of the perks that you can choose when you level up. Use my pistol. Get destroyed. 9 tiles. Destroy you. 3 more. Switch to the pistol. Every character can carry 2 weapons at a time. If you look, let's look at the character sheets for a while. We got regular stats, health, mana, action points, move points, damage modifier. Of course, it goes up as you pick up level ups, and you pick your level up traits. Critical chance, resistance reduction, which I never give a crap about. I probably should. Accuracy, so your attacks don't miss. Enemies have a chance to dodge, and you need to overcome that. Block, which is flat damage reduction. Armor, which is a layer of regenerative shield that enemies need to get through every turn to actually damage you. Resistance, which is percentage reduction of damage, incoming damage, and then your chance to dodge. You got all your gear. Each piece of gear has a bunch of different benefits. Then you have your consumable sack, which does not really consume. You just have a limited amount of uses per night, and then you can use it again the next night. Each and every character will have 2 sets of weapons, And the big draw and the nuance and the big think that you have to do in this game is figuring out which weapons go together, making those builds that absolutely obliterate the enemy, in conjunction when you level up with all the different perks that you can choose. You can build some extremely deadly characters. For example, I did it wrong just now. It doesn't really matter because my damage is high enough that it's an insta-kill anyway, but I should have been alternating pistol shots and scepter attacks because there are two different types of attack, and when you alternate like that with that perk, they do extra damage. There's a lot of words to say. There's a lot of really cool combination synergies, a lot of thinking, a lot of really awesome things that you can do depending on what your character build is at. I kind of messed up here. I think I can still get away with... Let me see if we can kill. This guy still have a ton of actions. We can move over here. Actually, that's a little too close. Over there. This guy still has a ton of actions. Let me use them up. Oh, I have no... you can't reach. This guy's mobility should be better. Need to invest in some mobility because I'm basically throwing action points away. But it's okay because I can bring Banana over here. Then Fastman can use transfer ability in his wand. Gives her some extra action points. I did it in the wrong order though, because you see when he uses that ability, it gets some extra damage. See how much cool, awesome gameplay thinking you have to do? I love it. I love every bit of it. Murder! And now I still have two actions to maybe get this done. Let's use Breaking Soul to create some more isolated targets, or maybe just obliterate the heads of everybody. Breaking Soul, his build is basically debuff stunner. The more enemies he debuffs, the higher he goes. See, he got a plus 5% opportunism. When he gets opportunism, it increases his damage against enemies that are debuffed. He has a massive stun chance. So all of these enemies are stunned now. They are incapacitated for the rest of the turn. Another debuff being spread right there. I would like to isolate more enemies for her because the other reason why you want to isolate enemies is because she also has a perk. I really should have been killing these guys. I kind of wasted my action points there. Because this group right here is going to be a bit of a problem. It's too bad. That's too bad. It's alright. We shouldn't be having a ton of problems either way. Don't know which attack to use here. It's a rough time. We can stun these two right here. Pretty much, I wasted this guy. This guy's turned pretty bad. I didn't even use the contagion, which makes sure that the debuffs spread. This guy's turn was a complete disaster. Please, Banana, save me from my own incompetence. You can use your grappling hook. Got enough? Yeah, that is a kill, but unfortunate. Very, very much unfortunate. This was pistol shot this guy. My damage went down because I am an idiot. And he was a non-isolated target. There you go. Plus 4%. Good stuff. She's got a ton of move left, but not a whole lot of actions. This was bad, and I feel bad about the way that this turn worked out. It's the pressure, you see, it's the terrible pressure of being recording. I'm usually way better at this game. Don't judge me for what's going to happen this night. So unfortunately, if you hold down the Alt key, it will show you how far the enemies can walk. They're going to be able to walk up to him and probably damage him. Hopefully, he will not be injured too badly. I have mismanaged my resources, and I will have to just pay for my terrible indiscretion. I can actually... No, that's not what I meant to undo the move of this guy, but that's alright. Just give yourself a little bit of extra dodge, and that's a fantastic turn for now. And when I say fantastic, I mean terrible. Alright, Lisa Hike, how about you spread some poison upon this whole wave of enemies? Just get them all infected. unfortunately have not been able to get as far as being able to give everybody contagion automatically. She's just not high enough. We go over here. This epidemic perk, it is the best poison perk. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. All right, everybody over there is poison. I think I'm going to use a second one of these. Maybe start it on the other side. You see that the way that the poison spreads, that attack spreads, it's randomized. It goes sometimes up one way, sometimes it goes the other way. And now most of these enemies will just die. Let me use the single target attack to clean it up pretty much. She has 9 movement points, so she has plenty of movement to get a few of these idiots dead. She has no actions left though, so go back. That's properly slowed down. That's good. This guy is of no consequence. He will get destroyed by the ballistas if he gets close enough. So let's debuff all these morons with this ability that gives them minus resistance, minus attack. And now, giant lightning strike upon their heads. Freaking Nostra Epidamus is built for raw, overwhelming damage with giant spell attacks, and the more mana he spends, the more mana he will get back. So, like, it's a this run has been pretty high on the power scale. I haven't had any problems yet. Our sniper can't reach with the wand, unfortunately. We can just shoot them. Pow! Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that was a terrible shot. I didn't realize that it was a high endurance kind of target. Shoot them in the face. Fortunately, I cannot reach. I can get off the thing. Let's just do it. That's 2 action points. Let's go a little bit further. And now I do reach with my wand. We can kill. Oh, nice. We got a critical hit there. Okay, now we can get back into the watchtower. Oh, what happened to my... I moved 2. Then I went back. I'm just done. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Not the greatest example of all time, but there you go. Everybody is... Oh, he actually has some action left, but he doesn't move very far. That's the thing, you know, when you build characters, you kind of had to make hard decisions on where you're gonna put the points. I've been putting all the points into damage. He doesn't do a whole lot of moving, but he does destroy enemies that get close. And that's what really, really gets me hooked on this game. Every single click, exaggeration, but close. Almost every single click in the last spell is a meaningful decision. Holy crap, that was decent damage on Breaking Soul. That was very upsetting. Everything you do, you're constantly making meaningful decisions toward your survival. Nothing is trivial. Everything takes thought and planning. And it is so great. Yeah, let's just poison the crap out of this scumbag. Everybody's poisoned. Everybody's ensnared. This is an ensnaring attack that will just slow them down. There you go. It's no big deal. Too bad about that contagion. I should have somebody close that can cast contamination on the enemies, and that way all that poison will spread. So it was a mistake on my part to separate them. These guys are getting too close. They're getting too freaking close. This guy also has opportunism at the wazoo, so the more debuffs he spreads, the more damage he's going to deal. Another lightning strike. Boom, 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 boom. So one use per turn type of ability. See how many uses you get out of each skill. So, you know, the game rewards variety and using all your skills properly, because you have not just limited resources to use them, but also limited uses of each and every one. He also has a two-handed sword simply because of the extra bounces that this weapon happened to have. Man, I need some water. I'll be right back. That being said, I am overthinking things quite a lot just for the sake of exposition. Let me just be a little bit more careless about the things that I do. Because like I said, power has been pretty high on this run with these heroes. We'll go one more step, kill that sniper. Kind of important to kill the snipers. We could use the focus ring that I got, but I don't want to spend the 4 mana. It's just not necessary. We're doing okay. Shoot all these scumbags. Now Lego My Lego has giant crit chance, so the closer they get is actually the better, because when they get close enough, the magic missiles are going to be doing a ton of work on average. That was not very impressive. Believe me when I say some that should have worked a little bit hard, a little bit better. And just spread some more disease over there. There you go. I'm pretty bad at conserving my mana, so that's why I prioritize a lot. I prioritize see, for this ability right here, Hip Shot. It gives the enemies a much higher dodge chance. He has a 3% dodge chance though, so it should be perfectly safe to shoot the crap out of him with a Hip Shot. Unfortunately, it was not enough damage to get a kill. But it's okay, they can get closer. It's not a big deal. Just shoot him. You still have a couple action points, might as well shoot anybody that is on full health. Use up those two. Fall back a little bit. They're still really far, so we're not terribly worried about them. Switching around the people with I'm using the keyboard shortcuts a lot. If you notice things happening when I am not clicking anything, that's because I'm using the keyboard a lot. All right, this fella has a bajillion magic missiles. He has, usually the magic missiles will be 4 hits, like the lady Lego My Lego used. He's got the build to utilize it far more. You know, I'm really smart because I said utilize. Okay, let me throw a couple at you. Couple at you. 1 and 1. Oh. Let me get a little bit. Redo that. Get a little closer. 2, 2, and 1 back there. Sometimes the critical hit happens and it eliminates them, but sometimes it don't, and it's important to make sure people die. Use this. Yeah. Now all these people are dead thanks to the incredible action that is going to happen out of Banana. I really think Breaking Souls should be acting first. Then he gets the transfer because that will buff his damage. Yeah, so I'm just not doing things right. Like I said, there's a lot of thinking and room for mistakes. There's a lot of room for mistakes in this game. All right, let me see. Let me use the wand. Actually, I can use the ability number 2, and it's like, you basically transfer yourself inside the body of the enemy and explode them from the inside out and stun everybody in that region. And because my stun chance is so high, it's almost guaranteed stun on everybody. So I want to kill everybody on this side and then go back. Do one of these, hopefully die. Yeah. And then let's debuff all these idiots. Can actually do a few stuns. Everybody here is stunned, so we can go over here and do a lot of damage. Can actually use our hammer, the second ability of the sledgehammer. Also allows me to transfer myself. Does a little bit of mobility for me. Very, very nice. And now I can come over here and I shouldn't be damaged. All right, Banana, let's get this massacre started. do one of these. We're going to use the grappling hook of the pistol. And I already have the three movement points. Alternating attacks for extra 25% damage. The damage modifier on these is just insane, because every isolated enemy is giving me plus 25 plus 4%, and it's cumulative. Switch back and forth between pistol and scepter. Gives me extra damage that way. Only 2 action points. That's the limiting factor of this build. The action points that you got. Otherwise, you kind of go infinite. Thankfully, the pistol shot on my offhand, it uses no action points. Freaking 1200 damage. One more scepter shot here. So I think we're going to leave one alive. And the sword does need me to be adjacent. So we're going to do it here. Or do I want to kill this idiot and leave these two? Because he still has action points. So let's go down to this guy. There you go. We can just end the turn over there. And hopefully nobody will come around from the woodwork. And this fella still has things to do. So I could even give her the action points. Yeah, let's undo that movement. Get her actually closer. Gonna give her the action points. And she should be able to kill with those 2 action points. She's going to kill these 2. So now, Mr. Fastman is going to come over here and obliterate these scum lords with his 3 remaining action points. He's not a poison dude, so this attack is not going to be doing anything. We're just going to multi-hit the crap out of my enemies. Let's just get a little bit closer. 2, 2, 2, and 1. There you go. And everybody's stunned, so they're just not a threat even for the next turn. Probably should be killing the people that are not stunned. Destroy. That guy has had contagion. When you has that little green asterisk, they have contagion. So we actually want to leave them alive, so they will pass on their debuffs to the enemies that will clump up all around them. So I think it makes sense not to kill this fella. Instead, he's going to gain armor just in case somebody gets close enough. And then Banana is going to obliterate these 2 buffoons. Use that scepter attack. There you go. She could use some more extra action points so she can destroy even more people. She, right now, because she's only been killing isolated targets, let's end the turn. She gets an extra 60% damage. The damage in a momentum character is just... it can get completely out of control. It is so good. Ballista's doing the damage. I have built each and every one of those. You don't start with a Haven Soul decked out. Alright. Turn 3. Let's carry on with this side. This is pretty rough. A lot of enemies here. I think I'm going to spread that contagion right here. And over here. Doesn't matter too much. And then we're going to maybe make an entrance. Now everybody's stunned. Let's get some more stuns down there. No, that's not what I meant to use. That's a different attack. Everybody's stunned down there. All the enemies down here, they're just a non-issue now. How far does the hammer go? That far. Good burst. All right. The other attacks, might as well use them just to showcase them. Ground smash. All right, that's all his actions. But let's have Mr. Fastman give him transfer some action points. Yeah, he uses a couple action points to give them, but it gives him extra 28% damage, so it's totally worth it. Let's kill these people back here with those extra action points. I mean, these three are still... These 3 are still alive? Let's just use one of these numbers. There you go. That's good enough. Alright. Go to a safe spot. Break soul. Alright, so all this contingent, with the exception of this fellow, are now not dangerous. Let's see if we can get as many isolated targets as possible on the side. So we got here, here, here. Oh, no, line of sight. Let's see. Let me cancel that move. The stupid freaking lantern is getting in the way. Probably over here. But then he won't be able to move. Let's see, over here maybe. I think that's a lot safer spot. I don't get to see this guy. Fine. He'll just get hit. I don't give a crap. Get some more isolated targets. We'll throw a second one right there. Oh, come on. Nobody. I'm going to have to finish them off with the crossbow. Anybody armored around here? This one is not isolated, so let's shoot it there. There you go. Awesome. Now all of these are isolated. Banana is going to have an absolute field day. And then we'll just throw our remaining attacks wherever they are relevant. Banana, do your job. Going to absolutely destroy. Gurst. All right, all right. I'll need to alternate because the damage is so high. Oh, I actually do. There you are. You need to have that inertia attack. We can do another grappling hit here. Doesn't use up one of the... You see, the attack either uses your momentum or gives you momentum. This one lets you finish when you kill the enemy. You will end up in that tile. The other attacks will use up that momentum very nicely. It's all really cool interaction. It's a nice concept that you don't even see in other games. I don't think I've seen it before. This type of mechanic. Unfortunately, I have run out of things to do. Let's move behind him. Pachow! All right. Unfortunately, she has run out of things to do. Can no longer transfer because I used it on Break Soul. So let me just attack the stragglers. I got no more range, so just use your last action point. I feel like his lack of movement, and this is not a feeling, but it's actually a statement of truth. His lack of movement is actually preventing me from using all the action points that he has available. So, you know, that's something to really improve. At this point, he has enough killing power. He just needs mobility to get to the enemies. Oh, that was a terrible bounce. It actually bounced back and it didn't infect any of the other peoples in the back. That's a little more decent. Snare all these idiots. Get a bit closer and we're going to shoot some daggers. They're really not a big deal because they're all ensnared. So they're all just completely delayed back there. I can focus on destroying these massive groups of scumbags. Disgusting zombie creatures. Because of the propagation on that debuff, it gives me so much more damage. Everything just explodes. Fireball on your ass. Oh man, that's such a great target. Right there. Boom, 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 boom. I love it, man. I've been enjoying this game so freaking much. Alright. Oh man, forgot the contagion. It's fine. If nothing else, it gives me a little bit more opportunism, which is more damage. And these guys are just completely worthless. They are just getting slaughtered by the ballistas, so I'm just going to ignore the crap out of them. What kind of dodge you got? 8%, huh? What kind of accuracy you got? 29%. So it should still be fine to do a hip shot. That being said, I think this is undodgeable. It's not something that you can... it's not armor piercing. Alright, so just... The rifle is not my favorite weapon, is kind of bad. The one cool ability is the suppressive fire, which slows down your enemies by a lot. But these are already ensnared. Let me just throw it right there. -3 movement, and it destroys their accuracy, I believe. Yeah, so they're very unlikely to actually hit you. We just do a few hip shots on this scumlord. Actually, no, I should be using the one shots. The one shots are just more powerful. They're just better. This guy is still alive. How can you be still alive? This upsets me. I have a ballista. He'll die from a ballista. Don't worry about it. Pass the turn. Yeah, I know. I couldn't use the action point. Thank you for telling me, though. I appreciate it. Getting a little hairy. Oh, what is that? That's a new type of creature I haven't seen before. Okay, ballista's doing their job. What is happening? Ooh! Snipe. Why do you not get killed by a ballista? Probably because you gain your armor back. You're kind of hairy back there. Oh, it seems like to be some kind of buffer. Who is this? A twisted. Even those who once fought against the mist can fall victim to it. A former mage, mutated by the mist, can be a formidable foe. They act as cruel commanders on the battlefield and can cast a wide array of spells. Murder right now must end his existence. Okay, a hip shot is actually not enough to kill. Neither is a one shot. That is upsetting. I don't like it. What I'm going to do is use my transfer spell to give myself some extra damage. But this is the last turn where enemies spawn. We're good. We're good. A bunch of poison being spread. Let me just get closer and stab the crap out of you with my dagger. I think we are good. We don't need to spend any more mana. Like, these creatures that are so far, I'm just going to keep ensnaring them right there. That should be good. Everybody's dying to poison. Thank you for breaking down that thing, by the way. That was very helpful. Now I can actually walk through without having to jump over. I appreciate it. You scum. Come on. I hate that so much when they survive with just a sliver. Okay, here you go. You get some action points back, and now I have extra damage on this fella. Now I'm just going to use single target attacks on everybody. I really should be focusing on this thing, right? And in fact, I'm going to. She's got a ton of moves thanks to the transfer ability. The dagger also creates poison. There you go. But I am spending mana. I was saying that I don't want to spend mana anymore. It's okay. Nostref and damage is going to finish the job. Don't worry about it. It's going to debuff right here. It's going to spread it all over the place. Here comes the fireball on your head. Sometimes the animation works out like that. Don't worry about it. Wow, you actually survive, huh? You piece of scum. How dare you? How freaking dare you? I'll just use all my action points and my ring to get myself more action points. I think I'm being a little too overconfident here. Let me just kill the sniper. Oh, I don't have any more moves. Completely forgot the contagion too. Complete trash, and still we're going to survive. Get behind the wall. No surviving damage is too freaking stressful. Kill you. Let's use some snares. All those guys get snared. And we're just gonna hip shot the crap out of these guys. There you go. I'm out of action points, but she still has one. Too bad this guy. I really should have killed him. He's going to attack my walls. And the whole thing, I didn't even get into because it hasn't been a factor. When enemies attack your walls, do any kind of damage to the haven, the city panic rises. The more city panic that happens, the worse off you're going to be toward collecting resources and getting materials to build and all that stuff. I was about to change to end the turn, and this entire side still needs to be resolved. Let's get some more contagion. Please. Please, do it. I mean, this side is certainly much more manageable. Let's do a stunning entrance on this guy so we can instantly go over there and get to hammering. Kapoof! Can actually also do a couple of the others. This is a spraying attack that propagates through the enemies. Also puts down their damage. It's good stuff. Everybody here is done. Let's keep on moving. Let's keep stunning the scumbags. Oh yeah, stun. Unfortunately, you don't have a whole lot of moves that do it. It is well balanced. You can't just continue stunning everybody forever. Alright, there you go. Oh, you use me one of these. I haven't used them at all. Fire thrower. They're actually arranging a pretty good pattern. Alright, awesome. Now you can just go back to the entrance. Let's create some more isolated targets. We love it. Let's put one here. I don't think she's going to reach that area. Like, she's not going to go down in that direction. Two there. I'm not close enough. Let's put two there. And then there. Oh, I really want to destroy that scumlord. I'm behind the damn lantern, though. It's alright. We'll use the other actions to kill him. Okay, everybody else is isolated properly. There you go. Oh, yeah. It was great. I'm just going to put myself here. Out of range, what do you mean? Oh, because I'm too close. I'm like, what do you mean? It's right there. You idiot. Two of those and all of the rest right there. Man, he takes a lot. I'm going to spend a whole 7 hits on this guy. I was like overkill, but I have no guilt whatsoever. I really shouldn't have, though. Now that I think about it, just a tiny bit. It's like, why? What you should have done was use the massive high damage of Banana. Like, she is built to obliterate single target enemies. It's what she do. It's what she do. We're going to obliterate this entire line of idiots. Oh yeah. Don't even care about synergizing the damage types. It doesn't matter. What does matter, though, is using up all my action points wisely. See, that's not enough damage, right? You see the question mark. Oh, this might kill, it might not. If you look on the right-hand side, it will give you every breakdown of the stats of what's going to happen. He's got 630 armor. He has 243 health. You're going to be doing 788 to 1,062 damage. You have a chance of killing it. You are not guaranteed to do it. If we walk a little bit more, now it's a sure hit, sure kill, because the more you move, the more inertia, the more momentum you build, the more your damage scales. I really, really like that mechanic. It's so good. Just synergizes everything. It's just makes you really think about what you're doing. It's so good. I am so impressed with just the game, the way the game works. All right, we're good. Actually, he ended up really close to the enemy. I don't like that at all. Let me just obliterate the enemies. That'll do it. You can actually move right here, and this spot right here is completely safe. Look at that. All right, pass the turn. It's not bad. The ballistas are going to clean up moving. All right, this flank is basically completely resolved. This side is a little sketchy. Freaking scumbag sniping me, causing some city panic right there, attacking my actual walls. Alright, let's clean this up real quick. I'm just going to single target shot every single one of these scum lords with my crossbow. I don't know, just one. There you go. Hopefully it will be enough to just get a kill on everything. Why is moving? I really need to give him something to move better, because look at that. He just has no more chances of spending his action points. She's not right. Thankfully. Some of his attacks do reach. I don't want to use my mana. Okay, it's fine. He actually used up nearly all of them. You know what? He's just going to stay behind. He's going to clean that up. And I'm going to send Break Soul through my wonderful little warp portal to the other side. When you're starting, you cannot do this. You need to build this. It's a mid-game type of upgrade. And it's super, super useful. We move all the way over there. Unfortunately, she ended the turn super far, but she does have some abilities that give her extra moves. So let's warp. Oh, is it once per turn? Seems like it's once per turn. You cannot use the warp gate. Oh, you can use. I bet it's simply because Break Soul is just standing on top. Yeah, there you go. Takes 3 mana, 1 movement point, goes over to the other side. There you go. And now, Lego My Mego, with her wand, can transfer some movement points and action points. And she's still functional. Look at that. She still can use, probably she'll be able to use all of her moves. So we want to leave this group here because that's the group for Banana to destroy. So we're going to target with the rifle. Just start murdering all these scum lords. There you go. I mean, that was completely worthless because it was just an armor shot. And then we'll have Lisa Hike. Oh, you killed this non-isolated target. Right now, I am very much being careless. I think we have resolved this. Wow, this is some trash damage. I'm picking the absolute worst target for this attack. That's the thing with Lisa Hike. She has super high poison damage. Her physical attack is just atrocious. Her actual physical damage. So really shouldn't be... just ensnare them, just make sure that they don't get much closer. Alright, so now... Let's get... No, wait. We're gonna use the grappling. Get closer. With the grappling hook, I'm going to be able to get close to everybody. Move 3. Sword. Switch to Scepter. Attack. Get that inertia going. Pistol shot. Grappling. Oh. Use the Scepter. I guess move 3. Use the Scepter. It's so OP. It's so OP. It's so great. Love it. We could even finish up with this giant grape shot. Even though it will destroy my wonderful super buff. Oh man, I should have gone this way. I really should have gone this way to kill this guy. That's alright. He's going to get destroyed to oblivion by the wizard. Alright, and everybody's far. Okay, he's got some good damage there. Let's spread this debuff. And they will give me extra damage. See, plus 22% opportunism. Now I need to put a debuff on this guy. Contamination will do it. And now opportunism is going to do a ton more damage on this guy. That was 1200 damage on an ability that does only 256? No, that makes no sense. But yeah, the ability base, it has 254 max damage. If I use it on this guy, it's 380. It's almost twice. I mean, not quite as twice, but close. I just fireball the crap out of you. Boom! I don't think this will be enough, though. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Oh, it will be enough. Alright, it's all good. The threat has been neutralized. Gotta use some more opportunism there. And this guy can just do one of these. Boof! Murder. We're pretty much done. And it feels great. Anybody have actions left? He has actions left, but he cannot really get close enough. End the turn. You can disable the warning whether you're... Hey, you don't have action points to use left, you know? But I do like that. Oh, where you come from? You piece of trash? How dare you? Die! Pistol shot straight to the mouth. Okay, let's finish up with Banana. Absolutely rampaging through all these isolated targets. Get destroyed. Oh, he wasn't isolated. I think there was another enemy back there. Yeah, there's actually more non-isolated targets there. It doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter because, you know, we're cleaning up. I don't care. I need to be efficient. I need to be perfect. And there is... It's another awesome challenge of this game. Is like there is a way to play perfectly, but you know I am so far removed from that I have an infinite skill ceiling as far as my abilities are concerned. Kapoof! Are you last? Yeah, Will. Victory is mine. I wish this weren't a 51-minute. I didn't realize that the wave would take so long. Anyway, now we go into the production phase, which is the other half of the game. You level up your characters. That's where the roguelike elements come in. All the level ups that you can do. There's a tally of all the wonderful things that you did. It basically awards you with extra progression points. These are progression points that you can spend. Right now, we're gonna do it. The next wave, it loads up. Quite the challenge coming in. And there is a lot of stuff to explain in the production phase, to the point that it's pointless for me to start, you know, go granularly through each one. We're going to click on a few of these icons so you get the idea of what you're doing. I'm not going to show you every single bit of things that you do, because there's a lot of it. There's quite a lot of it, and it's outside of the scope of this video. Little bit of a spoiler, you get to see this lady that has been helping you, but it's not. It's not a big thing. This is basically the slow progression of the story. So there's some cutscenes at the start, at the end of each run. And it's a game that has a beginning and an ending. It's not like a roguelike kind of thing. All right, so we got progression points, and when I mean progression points is you unlock improvements of permanent progression. For example, an extra reroll when you get items. You get better items if you spend enough of this stuff. Let's see if I find one that just is a flat improvement to your heroes. Omens are modifiers at the start of a run. When I say run, it's the defense of a haven. I guess we'll just put it. Give myself... The attributes have a greater chance to be uncommon during hero level up. There you go. A little bit more progression on that. So the further you continue, the better your heroes will be to start with. That's the dark lady that gives you that type of progression. The light lady, Freuda, I think it's Freuda. She gives you progression depending on achievements. If you recruit 15 heroes total, you'll have this particular improvement, and there's a massive list of the things that you can do. So that's how that part of progression works. Then you get the level ups where it's so... Oh, it feels so good. Nostra Efindamus, you are the guy that wants some more mobility, aren't you? It was also the other guy, but you're definitely going to get some extra move points. The level ups, you randomly get a pile of choices that you can pick, They also can be of better quality. Say these are common quality. If this were a common quality move point increase, you would only get 1 move point. But because this is a rare quality move point increase, you get 3 at a time. It's a huge difference. And you get to, on each level up, you get a primary attribute and a choice of a secondary attribute. Nostra Damas is my propagation mage. You saw the lightning spreading through my enemies like wildfire. So we're going to pick this propagation damage. And as a primary attribute, we do want some more movement capacity on this guy. So let's pick that right now. That's the attribute increase. And then you also get a perk. There's a ton of them. There's a lot of reading involved. And a lot of thinking of how do I build this character to make it really, really good. I don't want to even think, oh, okay, this is a no-brainer. When you don't know what to pick Runic Gift. It gives you an extra slot for a necklace, especially as you progress. The trinkets can be so overpowered. This one gives me +1 action point, which is massive. So that's how level ups work. Let's see the level up of Lego My Mego. See, these are all pretty ass. Not something I'm interested in. She's a big critical hit. What I am super into, I want extra multi-hit. That is what she's after. And I think I'm going to re-roll hard for that. So you click on here. You get less choices. But I am hard re-rolling. Critical power might be the choice here. Because another re-roll probably will give me nothing that I want. I'm going to do it anyway. And it was a mistake. We're just going to have a little bit extra damage. Which hopefully, thankfully, it is good. It is useful toward my build, but not something that I'm excited. I'm going to have to pick this move point increase because she sucks at moving. So we're going to have to go for that. And then a perk. I'll pick it. You get the gist. You guess how the level ups work. This is my main dopamine provider. It is so freaking great. Then you have a number of items. You always get one by default if you do well. Then other items in your haven that you construct will be able to give you extra items. You get a choice of 3 as you do the permanent progression. You can... Ooh, 25% poison damage is good. It's really good. What you got? This was decent. I think we're going to go with that 25% poison damage. Let's compare to what Lisa Hike has equipped. She has nothing equipped. It's less propagation. So there is an argument saying this is probably going to be overall bad, but we're going to grab it. Anyway, that's the items. Then you can build structures. The structures I have built, I have a gold mine, gold production line. The lifeblood of your haven is gold. The more gold you have, the more powerful you are. Every day I will rush these. There's also workers. Let's start at the beginning. These are the resources that you get in your production phase. Gold is king. Workers let you have gold. So you want to first build houses and upgrade your houses so you can get more gold so that you can enable to do all the other things that you want to do. You can build some extra structures so you can have a blacksmith and a jeweler and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, this is you build the haven, you prepare it. There's also an item shop that you can reroll. There's so many decisions to be made, and I love it. The end, you get new faces to add to your roster. They're all randomized, but because there's so many choices, you're pretty likely to get something you want. Then you can build more defenses, very tower defense inspired. Walls, catapults that I completely forgot they exist. I constantly forget that I have these catapults. Should I use them? Did not use them. Build more ballistas, build walls, build all, even traps. I have not tried traps yet because I don't know, they just don't seem all that interesting to me, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Those are the things that you can do, and then this just tells you what you can do with your workers. And you build up everything, you spend your resources all geared toward making your guys more powerful to deal with the next wave. You do enough waves. I am on wave 1, 2, 3, 4, wave 8 of 10. The final wave will have a fat giant boss that you have to defeat. And that will be the end of the run. You go back to the world map. Unfortunately, I don't think like I can click on main menu and it will save my progress. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the world map because that is the one gripe I have with this game. And I don't think that I'm incorrect. I'm pretty sure all you have is one save file. And if you want to be able to do any other thing in the game, you have to abandon the run. And if you want to have a new save game, you just have to delete the save game that you got. It is the one thing that I resent in the last spell. I really, really could use an extra save file here. If nothing else, to show you the overland map where you can pick which haven to protect. Unfortunately, I cannot. I'll leave you in the title screen of the last spell with music by the algorithm. Something I didn't even mention. The music in this game slaps so hard. It's unbelievable. It's so good. This game is fantastic. It's excellent. You should freaking play it. Go play it right now.